Hello all. So today I'm talking about a Honda with the P0441 code, what it is, and how you go about fixing it. So what is a P0441 code? Well, it's an Evaporative Emission Control System Incorrect Purge Flow. And what does this mean? Well, the onboard computer is seeing a problem in the EVAP system. And what the EVAP system does is it keeps all the gas vapors inside of the gas tank, and then it sends them back to the engine to get burnt off. And when the onboard computer sees a problem inside of the system, it can send out different codes. And one of them is a P0441. And this has to do with emissions. And so what are the things to check if you have a P0441? Well, the first thing is to check the gas cap. Even though usually you'll get another code with the gas cap, this is part of the EVAP system. If the gas cap doesn't seal correctly, then the onboard computer will detect that there's a leak in there and it can send out this code. So be sure to go out there, check the gas cap, be sure it's closed all the way, that the seal inside there is good, that there's no debris blocking it from closing or anything like this. If the gas cap looks really damaged, then you could go ahead and replace it, but it might be something else, so you don't have to race out and get another gas cap, but only if it looks really bad. If the gas cap looks good, then just move on to the next component. One thing I would mention is that with these gas caps is don't get a third-party low-cost one, because quite often they don't work very well. If you do get a new gas cap, be sure to get a OEM original Honda gas cap, which you can get on Amazon or at an auto parts store or anything like this. But the first thing to check would be the gas cap. And the next thing that is the most common problem with the P0441 is the purge valve. And what the purge valve does is just a small little valve, and it stays closed when the engine's off, and it opens up when the engine's running, so the vapors can go back into the engine and get burnt off. And what happens with this is that it gets stuck open or it gets stuck closed, and it causes an error in the system. And these are some pretty low cost parts and pretty simple to replace, really. Let me jump over to Amazon. I'll give you an idea how much it costs. They're ranging around 27. Well, that one's 100. So, but most of the time they'll range for less than 50 bucks. So they're not really super high cost components or anything like that. But the purge valve is a very common problem with this error code. So that would be one of the first things to check. And be sure to check the harness that goes to them. There's a harness that plugs in, because bad wiring can cause the same symptoms as a bad valve. And you'll have some hoses going in too. Be sure to check those. And so the next thing that could cause the problem is the EVAP canister. And the EVAP canister quite often is located underneath the vehicle, up by the gas tank. Here's an example right here. They're like square looking deals. It can vary, so you'll have to Google your Honda, but commonly they're up underneath the vehicle, up by the gas tank. And that's the hardest part if one of these goes bad, is that they're just located in a bad location. You have to jack up the whole car to get at them and to look at them. But these fell, and they have seals inside of here. They'll have like 3 hoses going to it. They can leak on any one of these points, or any of these seals fell and the whole thing just needs to be replaced. So number 3 is going to be the EVAP canister, sometimes called the vapor canister. And the last thing to mention is going to be all these hoses that run around to the purge valve and to the EVAP canister and all the way around to the gas tank. Is that if any of these hoses get a leak, or if they get old or cracked, then it'll cause then it could cause an error inside the system. So go around and check out all these connection points and everything. Be sure they're good on the EVAP canister, on the purge valve, and so on. And what would happen if you took it to a mechanic shop is they have smoke machines. They feed smoke into the EVAP system, and they would look for where the smoke comes out, and then they would go repair that part or that hose that was broken or anything along these lines. So more than likely you're not going to have a smoke machine, but you can go around and check all the hoses, and if they look bad, then you can try to fix it, is basically it. So the last thing to keep an eye out for is a bad hose. So that's basically it. I just wanted to give a real quick brief overview of what you could do if you had a P0441 code on a Honda and how you go about fixing it. If you have anything to add, please comment down below. If you have any questions, ask me and I'll try to answer them. If this video helps you, please click like, please click subscribe, and have a good day.